Hi, everybody, and welcome back to episode 7 of Death in Cambodia, Life in America. Last episode, we left off with Robert just leaving Mama, my grandma, and being taken away to this new camp, which he has figured out is close to the Thai border. Let me tell you, this episode is really going to be an intense one. This was probably one of the hardest recordings to get through out of all the recordings that we've done so far. This is going to be the second time that I've actually ever seen and watched my dad get emotional and cry. The first time being when he went back to Cambodia to see exactly where he had grown up with my grandma. And that was when I was little, in middle school. And the second time being in this very episode. So I don't know about you guys, but every time I see my parents in pain, it makes me want to cry too. So we both got emotional in this episode. You know, this was such a surreal moment for me. Watching my dad be human for the first time. Like, he's always been this tough guy growing up. And this was really kind of the first time that I've seen him in such a vulnerable position. So, I mean, this kind of just goes to show like how deep we really went to these memories that he's been holding inside of him, and we really went there. So I'm just prepping you guys, but this is going to be a really intense one. Don't be alarmed if there's going to be long pauses. That's just kind of how the episodes flew, and I wanted to really stick to that authenticity of the conversation. But sit back, relax, and here we go. What happened when you were there? What did they have you do?
Well, they let you rest the rest of the night, and then they wake you up before the sunrise and group you between 10 to 20 people per group. Mm-hmm. And they have one leader. So this leader, among our kid, maybe they pick up someone that they can trust more to watch the group, to report to them. Because I think the whole group, the whole group, only 12 soldiers. So they cannot watch 300 kids. So they need to separate the small little group, and they have one small leader.
How old was your leader?
He was older than me. He was around 16, 17 years old.
And you were
13.
13.
Yeah. So they wake you up after they assign the group. They wake you up. They just let you follow them into the forest, to the jungle.
Usually they wake you up before the sun rises.
The sunrise. Always.
They wake you up with what, a whistle or something?
Yes, they whistle, and then everybody wake up, get ready, right away. They don't waste the time. 10 minutes, 5 minutes, grab your shower, and then to clear the jungle, I think you're gonna have tool. You cannot clear jungle with the shower.
So the purpose of this camp was to move you next to the Thai border, which we were just talking about this before, but mentioning that you knew that this was the Thai border because you remember this road from before. You guys used to have a house close to here, right?
Yes.
So here you're at the jungle, and they moved you back here close to where you kind of recognize it, and what was the purpose of this? I know that it's because they're trying to kill everybody, but they want you to clear the jungle for what?
To clear the jungle for planting rice, because I think it's a big jungle along Thai border in Cambodia. It's all jungle, thick jungle. You cannot even see sunlight during the daytime. It's how thick it is, how bad.
So they gave you tools.
They only trust the leader. They give you one axe, to the leader, but the rest of them is just
shovel,
yes. And because they don't want to just go ahead and handle all axe, and then they might be, use that as the weapon to against them. Because 300 kids with the 12 soldier, I think it can be really, really dangerous for them. Nobody trusts each other. Nobody talk to each other because you don't know. If you talk something that you think that's appropriate, but it's the way they think it's not, then they kill you.
You've seen that happen?
Yes. That's why that message is really clear. Your job is just come in here and listen what they tell you to do.
How did they organize you guys?
In the morning, they wake you up, and then before sunrise, you follow them and then into the jungle, and then they give you the spot. They said from here to here, group number 1 have to clear this here in one day. And then group number 2, it's all next to each other. You clear from here to there, and then they measure it. And by the end of the day, they come around and check. And then if you not finish it, it's a risk. You not finish it, they can pull 1 or 2 guys and kill in front of you. But before they do that, they come in, they check, they say, why you're not finished? And then they ask the leader. See, the leader can be, if he doesn't like someone, they said, well, because of that guy is lazy. Then they pull in, they chop your head. And then whole of your group see in front of you, and the next group see that too. Then everybody scared. Even you have no energy, you just try the best you can. You cannot just relax, pull, do work all 8, 10, 12 hours straight and no complaint. Don't even say, I'm tired. If you say that, you die.
So at that point, you're just sleeping in the jungle.
You sleep in a jungle that's been already clear, Right. I don't know you call it jungle anymore, but it's still big tree. Big tree is still exists. It's still there.
Right.
But on the bottom, it's already, clear. There's no bush, no nothing. It's just the big tree. So I remember it was a sad night that 2 in our group died.
From what? From
the malaria. Whoever a stronger immune system and still, able to, survive. But these 2
in your group,
in my group, was trying so hard. Even he's sick. I know he's weak and sick because just look at him. It's just like it's no energy, but he try to try not to get killed by the soldier. So even he's got the malaria, he got some fever already around maybe 2-3 o'clock, because 2-3 o'clock in the jungle, it's cold. It was cold.
You're talking about in the afternoon?
In the afternoon. It's starting cold. Because you couldn't see the sunlight. So I did ask, because we pretty close together. You work, pull the tree. I said, "Are you okay?" He said, "No. I'm just feel so cold." And then, 4 or 5 minutes later, I said, "I feel hot," And then I can look at his eye is red. His eye is so red. And then his lip is so dry. So dry. And then, of course, his face pale, because we look at each other. He said, "Well, your face pale too." I said, no, nutrition, no food, of course. So that's all I asked him that afternoon. We keep pulling and all of that. I cannot say, "Hey, you go get some rest." No, it's no rest. So we keep pulling. I think one time he just pulled his own no energy. He fall. He pulled it and fall. So bad. And I saw him that he lay down for about 3-4 minutes. And then he tried to, get up. Because I have no energy. I know he has no energy. Try to get up and try to continue to work the rest of the day up until sunset. Sunset, we don't even see the sun. But when I said sunset, maybe, we cannot. If the sunset, then it's getting darker, under the jungle. And then we got some food that night. It's
water.
It was some of the water and all that. So it's all soup. But then he feel better after we get that hot water with a little bit rice soup. I was feel so bad. We stand on the line, and then just people bring food. So I got about, I think, the 24 ounce, because one big scoop of the rice soup, and then put in your bowl. I was behind him, because we stand on the line, get the food, and then we walk to find a spot to sit, or we grab some salt, and then he was walking very slow, no energy. But if we find a spot under the tree, sit next to each other, and I just turn around. He finished his bowl. I just 1-2 seconds. We are so hungry. So he finished his bowl. You cannot have the second. No, that's it. So I give my that bowl of soup, give to him. So I said, hey, just have my this. So he took it. He finished it. He just looked at me. He said, what you gonna have? I said, it's okay. So I think, we didn't talk much. And so we went to sleep. So tired. After that, we just fall asleep right away. But he feel much better. And then I said, wow, that's good because of just the food. So we feel much better. So we fall asleep for 3-4 hours, I guess. So he woke up. He said, he's shaking. He shake pretty bad. It was like shake the whole body and just like the head, the leg, and shaking so bad. And then I woke up. I said, what happened? He said, I was so cold. I said, and then I said, I'm very cold. And then about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and hot and cold. Then I went to wake up the leader, our leader. So that leader came in and checked, and we couldn't do anything. So it's no medicine, no nothing. So we just watch. So I took my clothes to cover him and hold his shoulder so he cannot shake that much. But it's still, and then I asked him, I said, why you shake? He said, I don't know. I just, just keep shaking. And then it's hot. And then, he said, oh, it's so hot. So take off his clothes. It's so hot, And then at that time, I think the temperature probably, I don't know, reached to the point that he cannot handle it. He cannot even think clear. I think the brain probably burned and whatever. So bad. And then the only last word he told me, he said, thank you for your food. And then he just, for the next 30 minutes, he's passed out. He just probably burned his brain, So that's the night that was so bad. But I'm glad that he had the last meal, that he appreciated so much.
It's just hot water.
Just hot water, But it's touch, Sometimes you really try to have whatever you can, even your one bowl of hot water. Yeah, I give it to him. I was hungry too. I tried to looking for something to eat in the forest, but it's no rat, no nothing. It just hard. The only thing that's around is a bird But how can you get, to kill the bird because they're flying? The only thing that I try, I just to find something that, that I can eat. But that night, it couldn't find anything. So,
you have to bury him? What did they have to make you do?
So I think he passed. He stopped breathing. Probably around 5:00 in the morning. So we just let him lay there, and then I think the next we just have to wait for the soldier, come to routine check. So the leader told the soldier, said, "Go, one guy, sick, and he died." So the soldier came in and just looked at him. He said, "Okay, just bury him." So the leader had to assign. You cannot just say, "Oh, I volunteer or anything." You cannot say anything. So the leader said, "Okay, you 3 people, assign 3 people to dig the hole." That 3 people, that include me. I was in that 3. We dig the hole, but we have not much energy. It's not easy. If you don't have energy, we dig the hole. It's not really deep enough, really. I mean, it's not really. It just covers the body, really. I mean, and that's it. I mean, he buried, but the next 2-3 days, we still walk past by there because we continue on to clear the thing. But we bury him not next. It's about maybe, it's a little bit far, inside the jungle.
Right. Away from your path.
Away from our path.
Right.
So it's inside the other side of jungle, but it's not that far. But it's I said maybe 1,000 or maybe 2,000, maybe 1,000 yards, 500 yards from And the next couple days pass by the same path, to continue to clear forward, but we still walk coming back. See, when you clear that and then you move forward, right? And then the day he died, we clear. And then after 3 or 4 days later, we wave up, but we still walk past by that.
Right. You still come back to a central base.
Yeah, a central base.
One of the, not in the temple because you're too far from it now, but
right.
Somewhere that you've cleared previously.
4 or 5 days later, we still walk. But then we didn't really dig the hole deep enough. See, when the body 2 or 3 days, it smells, because you don't really have nothing to cover and all of that. But then one day I wander and the smell was gone. I mean, and then and then I'm thinking it's probably the body is gone, maybe the animal eating.
Right.
So we know the spot. So sometimes, we just, you able to go to, like to the bathroom, inside the jungle.
Right.
To pee, to poop.
Right.
So I wonder why the smell was gone, suddenly. So I told the leader, I said, I need to go to the bathroom. So I went over there because I know the spot.
Right.
I went in there. Yes, it was a surprise. The body was gone. I think the animal
ate it.
The animal, because it's in the jungle. There's a lot of wild animal, all kind.
Mm. How did you feel?
I wasn't feel bad after he died. I was feel horrible when I tried to help him to, when he was sick and he was struggle, he was shaking. When he said thank you, all of that, I would feel so horrified that I couldn't help him, but at least he had the last meal that he was happy. And when I saw his body's gone and all of that, I think he's lucky that he died. That's how I feel. I said, you lucky. You don't have to suffer anymore. That's how I feel. I feel so released. That's it. Okay, you done your job. You gone. So I just walked out from there, and I would look back, but the memory, it's so fresh. It's so you cannot forget. It's something like that, that people that's sick and die with no reason. They didn't do anything wrong. So I continue to think it's a positive way to continue to survive. And then the next couple of weeks, in 1 hour group, I died with the same disease. I didn't really close to this guy because, see, when we work, sometimes we work, sometimes it's separate. Not what I mean separate, because it's a pretty big spot. Mm-hmm. So the second one died. It's the same situation. It's the same disease.
Hi guys, thanks so much for listening to the episode. This one was a super, super intense one. So I hope you guys got some perspective and some value out of it. If you guys have made it this far and you guys are enjoying the episodes, I would love if you guys can subscribe, leave a review, or share what your main takeaways are via Instagram. You guys can find us and tag us at Death in Cambodia for more content regarding the next episode. Thanks so much for listening, and I will catch you guys next week.